I'm going to break down the steps that you need to take in order to become a plumber for anyone that's interested. And the most common way to start is to acquire a high school diploma or some sort of equivalent. You can also take courses at technical school. They offer pipe system design, workplace safety, and tool use. They also offer welding courses, which are considered necessary by pipe fitters, steam fitters, for apprenticeship programs. If you can get a certificate in the topics of water supply and draining systems, it'll be very helpful in the process of applying for an apprenticeship when the time comes. You can also try calling plumbing companies and telling them that you want to learn the trade and that you'll be a reliable worker. There's a chance you'll get work and you'll learn the fundamental principles of the job. You never know what company you might reach out to who needs help, and if you do learn this way, it's better to learn hands-on than instead of in a classroom. And larger temp agencies or companies are more likely to hire you like this, and a simple Google search will yield many results. After the basic education period is your training process. Most plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters learn the trade through a 4 to 5 year apprenticeship. And this is absolutely necessary because you can't learn the trade through just taking classes. It takes a lot of hands-on experience to learn the ins and outs of the trade. Apprenticeship programs are offered by unions and businesses. Although most people enter apprenticeships directly, some just start out as helpers to get their foot in the door. Depending on the state you live in, apprentices must have at least 1,700 to 2,000 hours of paid on-the-job training and a minimum of 246 hours of technical education. To enter an apprenticeship program, a trainee must meet the following requirements: be at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma or equivalent, pass a basic math test, pass substance abuse screening, and like I mentioned before, technical schooling will make your apprenticeship application look more impressive. The starting pay for apprentices is usually between 30 and 50% of the rate paid to fully trained plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters. As they learn to do more, apprentices receive pay increases. On this map, you can see what the average salary is for plumbers in your state. And high plumbing salaries and wages are reflective of the cost of running a business. For example, it's much more expensive to run a business in New York than it is to run one in South Dakota. So revenues will be higher, but so will expenses. Although licensing requirements vary, most states and localities require 2 to 5 years of on-the-job experience and to pass an exam to show that you're knowledgeable of the trade and of local plumbing codes before you're permitted to work independently. After acquiring the proper license, journeymen will be able to work independently, while master plumbers will be able to work as contractors or start their own business. With additional technical education and several years of experience, plumbers are eligible for master status. And this may be important because some states require businesses to hire a master plumber in order to obtain their plumbing contractor's license. To be a master plumber, check with your state's Department of Licensing. They should have this info on their website. If you're considering to become a plumber, now is a good time because many plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters are expected to retire over the next 10 years, resulting in more job openings. And employment in the industry is expected to grow by 12%, which is 5% more than the national average. It's also important to note that maintenance and repair are always necessary for plumbing and pipe systems, even in times of economic downturn. So plumbers and fitters tend to have more stable employment. So if anyone's out there thinking about getting into the industry, I hope you found this video helpful. And feel free to comment in the section below because a lot of plumbers interact here. So if you have questions, maybe they'll be able to help you. And also follow the link below because if you do, it'll show you the licensing requirements in your state, which can be tricky because it's different from state to state. And also I have another video on the plumbing statistics, last updated 2017. So check that out if you're interested.